Okay, please start.
The Sunset Botanical Gardens annual summer exhibition will start tomorrow. Our 140 gardens are planted with various fruits, vegetables, herbs, and flowers. Relax now and enjoy the seasonal events that make July memorable. For a detailed tour and itinerary information, please contact Amber at sunsetgarden.com.
Okay, good. It was good. Your speed, I really like your speed. Okay, most of my students try to read too fast. Okay, so your speed is perfect for the test, TOEIC test. Okay, usually students, the first thing I say is slow down. Okay, because they don't care if you read your speed like this. Okay, but the second thing is that a lot of these words you're not saying correctly. Or you say correctly, but the stress is in the wrong place, okay? So this word, you had no H. Okay, exhibition.
Exhibition.
Yeah, your T here, start,
Start.
is one syllable. Don't do start. Start.
Start.
Good, but you had no T sound, okay? This word, can you say it one more time? Fertile. Good. Your V's here were weak. Various. Good. Please 3 times. Various. Your lips are touching though. They should not touch.
Various.
The bottom lip should touch the bottom of the teeth. So various. Various vegetables. Vegetables. Yeah, don't say tables. Tubbles. Ta. Vegetables. Yeah, vegetables. Okay. This word. This word, you have to get this one right.
July.
Yeah, but you did not say July.
July.
Yeah, you said like Julie or something. Yeah, July was bad. July, you can go check. So, this word, memorable. Memorable. Okay, so again, we've talked about syllables. Okay, so this one, mem or okay, so it's important that you don't do memorable. Like if this M was on this syllable, it'd be memorable. So you have to know where the syllables. Okay, memorable. Good. And here, this word. This word I knew is new. I knew for you. Okay. This word, unfortunately, this is not I sound. This is going to be an I sound. Long I. Okay. No, itinerary. Good. Itinerary means schedule. You know the word schedule?
Itinerary.
Yeah, so if you go on a tour group to China, they will give you an itinerary. They'll say, oh, day 1, Beijing, day 2, like this. This is the itinerary. Good, itinerary. Okay, so what do you think?
3, 2.
Oh, no, it's not that bad and stuff like that. No, you're really tough. Probably it'd be around 6. Okay? Most of it, like if you were doing this on a phone and I was listening to you, 90% I would know what you're saying. But there's just these mistakes, okay? So exhibition. Start. Various. July. Itinerary. Okay. And stuff like that. So just be careful. Vegetables. Ta. Vegetables. Eat vegetables. Various vegetables. Yeah. Fun? Not fun. Okay. So here you go. You got 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You can try to read it a little bit. But I'm not going to help you. Okay. I'm just going to tell you at the end. So 10 seconds. Oh.
Go.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to read it in your brain first. Do you want to do that? We can skip that. Okay, go.
Welcome back to Literature Talk. Our guest today is world-renowned author, photographer, and adventurer Luke Miller. Mr. Miller has written 38 books, and his latest novel, New Reality, has been made into a successful film. He is here to share his views and insights with us. Please welcome Luke Miller.
Great. It was very good. Even this word, almost everyone gets this word wrong, but you read it quite well. Okay, so most people will say photographer.
Photo.
Don't no bad. Because everyone knows the word photograph, right? Photograph. So here they say photographer, but it's photographer. You actually said this well. Photographer. Good. So really and this word too is really hard. And you said it correctly. Renowned. Okay. So all of it was good until you got to down here. This word was wrong. It shouldn't be.
Latest.
Yeah, you're doing ah. This should be a long A sound. Latest. Not lat. Lay. Do you see the difference? Latest.
A.
Yeah, A sound. Long A. Latest. And here, novel. Okay, so that was your second mistake. Your third one was this sound. Yeah, so G has two sounds, okay? One is a G and one is a J. The G is called legacy. G. So it's something called a hard G. Hard G is G. Okay? Soft G is J. Okay? So legacy. Okay? So 1, 2, 3 mistakes. This one was Koreans often get this one wrong because of the L. Okay, the L is really difficult, so you did 2 syllables, but it should be film. Yeah. You were like film like this, but it's not. It's like that. Film. The L is real. The L is almost not there. Okay. So the L is definitely 1 syllable. Yeah, besides that, it would be nice if you read like things like this, and this word. If you did it literature and 38, if you did it a little bit faster, you should be good at numbers, right? So you're like, Mr. Miller has written 38. You were like very slow and something like that, but it's okay. Let's practice these numbers.
84. 101. 72.
The year.
21.
2001.
2016.
Yeah, this one we say 2001 because here's a 0. Here we would say 2016. Yeah, nobody says 2016. Everyone would be 2016. Okay? Like the year I was born. I'm very old.
1972.
76. Oh, I'm older. You made me older. Yeah, so this one we would say 1976 or 2016. But this one, because of the 0 here, we say 2001. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so your numbers are good, but slow is good. I think slow is a good idea. But things with like really easy words, you shouldn't go so slow. Okay. Good. Now, on this one here, you're supposed to talk about this picture. Okay. So later we can talk about sentences that should help you, like sentences how you should start things. But today's our first class, So really, I just want you to do your best, okay? And then later we can talk about how to improve it, okay? Okay. So right now, just talk as much as you can. I'm not going to give you a time limit. I'm not going to say 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. Just do your best, okay? You stop when you think I understand the picture, okay? But a little bit, I have to pretend I don't see the picture, okay?
One man called his customer. A man called his customer about work, and five girls sit on chair, and three women look necktie, and one man newspaper pie newspaper pie he would use pie, and two women had blonde hair and background there there are stairs on background, and people can go to second floor.
Okay.
Mm, I forgot.
No,
There is a
the floor,
no stop
ground. Oh, this is not.
stained glass.
No, it's not stained glass. Probably it's just something called linoleum. Linoleum, but
Marble.
maybe it's marble. Yeah, if it's a really nice office. Yeah, I don't think it looks like marble, but but you could just say the floor is shiny. I don't know, something like that. So okay, first thing first. You said he's talking to a customer. How do you know customer? How come he could be phoning his mom or his children? Okay, you think customer because of the clothes he's wearing. Okay, like he looks like a business person. Okay, and business people phone customers, but you should say stuff like he's a business person. Okay, I don't really the beginning of it. I think you shouldn't start with one person. Think of it this way: you should start as big as possible and then go in. So don't start with small details. Start with something very big. Okay. So you should talk about where is this. Okay, this is not a school. This is not a restaurant. This is not someone's house. So you should probably say where it is and what people are doing. Okay, it's okay to start with him, but because he's definitely the different person. But it would be good to have one or two sentences before to say kind of what this is. Okay.
Okay.
How do you know this is the second floor? How come this is not the fourth floor, fifth floor, sixth floor? This could be 20th floor, and this is going to 21. Right? So you can say, "Oh, you're tall." That's okay. That's okay. I wondered. Yeah. No, the like, you can say these kind of things like it looks like an office or something like that. So if I was to talk about this picture, okay, I'll give you an example of what I want to hear. Okay. So in this picture, I would say this picture was taken in an office. There are 6 people in this picture, and one person is away from the group. He is talking on the phone, maybe to a customer, something like this. Okay? The other 5 people are closer to the photographer, or closer to the camera. Okay? They are all sitting at a table. Is she a woman? This is a woman too, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So there are 3 women and 2 men at the table. 2 of the women have blonde hair. If you want to talk about the blonde hair, that's fine. You can talk about this one. For business people, we don't say suitcase. Suitcase is for traveling.
Cabbage.
No, suitcase. Do you know suitcase?
Yes.
Suitcase. For business people, we usually say briefcase.
Briefcase.
So suitcase is for traveling. Travel. This is for business. Okay. Oh, sorry. We can turn this. We can turn this over. You can talk about this. It's okay to talk about the floor. It's okay to talk about this. It's an interesting staircase. Okay. This staircase, we call it a spiral. A spiral staircase. Just like this. This is called a spiral. Okay, or this one. Okay, this is called a spiral. Or DNA.
Yes.
DNA, we also say is a spiral. Okay, so this is called a spiral suitcase, and this is called a spiral notebook. Notebook and stuff like that. So you can say little things like that. It'd be very good vocabulary word, but that's not necessary. Okay? You can also say they're all very young. I think they're all younger than me. They all look like they're about 25 or something like that. You can even guess on a TOEIC test. You can even guess of what they're talking about. You can say maybe they're talking about their new website or something like that. That's also okay. Guessing is okay. Like it shows, even if you're wrong, the listener really can. Maybe they're not discussing that. Maybe they all are doctors and they're discussing in the hospital, how to save Daryl. Okay, but if you just say it looks like they're discussing their new website, at least in my mind, the picture in my mind is clear. Like they're kind of looking at computers and that kind of stuff. Okay. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Okay. So. So let's do this. Imagine that an American marketing firm. Do you know what this means?
Well,
It has a couple different meanings.
no.
Okay. Firm. So a firm. If it's an adjective, we say that teacher is firm. It means tough. Tough. Okay. In this case, it's not an adjective. It's a noun, and it just means company. What's marketing?
Marketing.
Marketing.
I'm clear.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I understand. Okay, marketing. Imagine that an American marketing firm is doing research in your country. You have agreed to participate in a telephone. What's this word? Interview about hobbies. Okay. What kind of hobbies do you have? Okay, so you have to answer this question. Okay, please do your best. One more thing. I just remembered here. 2 times you used the word look in here. Okay, look. 1 time you said the word at, but the second time you didn't. Always use the word look at. Okay. Look at. Okay. So back to hobbies. What kind of hobbies do you have? Now, in a TOEIC test, it's not about being honest. Okay? So if you have no hobbies, you can't say that. Do you understand? So on this test, you can't say, I don't have hobbies. Over. Question over. You have to say something. Okay? So you can say like, I collect music, I collect stamps, I read this, I paint, like this kind of stuff. Okay? Do you understand?
No.
Okay. Okay. If they have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So if the true answer is, I don't have a hobby, I have no hobbies, you can't say that. I mean, because your answer will be too short and you will have bad score. Okay. But if you should just say something. You should say something. So like, maybe your mom collects. What does your mom? Does your mom have a hobby? Does your mom paint? Does your mom draw? Does your mom like to do puzzles?
Make syrup. ceramic.
Ceramic animals. Ceramic.
자기. Made. Dictionary.
Oh, it's okay. Ceramic statues.
Yes.
That's all. You can just say ceramic.
Plate.
Oh, ceramic plates. Sure. That's interesting. So if you have no hobbies, like for example, if the question here is what kind of sports do you like? Okay, but you hate sports. You still have to say, I like badminton. Okay, you have to say I like baseball. Because really this test is about judging your English. Okay? So they ask questions why they want to hear your English. So you just need to give them some answer. Okay? Got it? Okay. Are you ready? Okay, please go.
My hobby is
Mm.
my hobby.
Oh, okay. Are you going to say one hobby or two?
One.
Okay, so yeah, my hobby is
making ceramic plates, and I belong to my father's company.
supporting class. Okay.
So I pay low. I have discount money, so one I want the discounted money, so I have been called. I have learned very many times and do that making ceramic plates.
Ceramic plates. Okay. The ceramic plates part is good. The discount father thing is more difficult. So, you could say I learned at a cheaper price or a discounted price, something like that. You probably should say what your father's company is. What is your father's company?
Core electric make electric broad core.
Okay, like for computers? Electrical plant.
Uranium.
Like in the nuclear plant?
It's nuclear plant.
Okay. It's okay. So they taught you ceramic plates? That company?
But supporting area.
Oh, okay.
Supporting area and company made some.
Okay, it's okay. So what kind of hobbies do you have? Okay. This is fine. Your score is okay, but yeah, you will have to work on speed. I'm gonna print something for you. Okay, this is more TOEIC stuff, but I have a list of questions. I'm gonna get you to answer these. I want you here speaking questions. I want you to speak a little bit more kind of at a normal kind of speaking speed. You speak a little bit too slowly. So hold on. So let's just practice this for a few minutes.
I forgot a few words.
Yeah, so
remembering.
it's hard. So That's why I want you to come here and speak a lot. So these questions will help. All of these questions will be just from your brain, okay? Um, no listening, no research. The answer is here, okay? So try to pick the easiest words. Don't pick super hard words. Okay? Koreans usually try to pick like words that are really difficult. Like I have students all the time and say like they'll say stuff like I traveled to blah blah blah. In Canada, we would never say this. We just say I went to blah blah blah. Okay. Many of my students always like I want to purchase. Do you know the word purchase? Purchase.
Yes.
Okay. What is the meaning?
Buy.
Yeah, but we never use this word. We always say to buy. I want to buy something. Okay. So try to pick this word, not this word. Try to pick this word, not this word. Okay. Because it's good to show your good vocabulary, but if you have to sit here and be like, purchase like this, it's not as good. It would be better to have a slightly less vocabulary, but use your time for a longer answer. And you say, I bought something instead of I purchased like this. It's better to just pick this one. So don't always try to pick the perfect one. Okay. Okay. Let's just do this. I really want your brain to just be kind of like speaking, like just answer. Okay. Okay. Quick answers. Yes. Okay. I'll ask easy questions in the beginning. Okay. So let's watch this. I want to watch the time here.
7 p.m.
Oh, Canada time. Canada time. So 12:50 Korea time. So I like to because I talk to my family. So okay. Let's for 10 minutes. Let's just do quick questions. Okay. Do your best. Scared?
Yes.
Don't be scared. I'm not a scary person. Okay. So really, I just want to help. Okay. Now, if you don't understand the question, what can you say? Once again, or you say, pardon me, or I didn't hear that, or something like that. Okay. Number 1, describe your favorite day of the week and explain why you like it. Include details and examples to support your explanation. Okay. Describe your favorite day of the week and explain why you like it.
Okay. I like Friday for Saturday and Sunday because I can imagine what I going to do on Saturday and Sunday. So my feeling is very good, and I can play what I do on Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Friday.
The best. Good. Okay. Your answer was 40 seconds. That's a good answer. Okay. Quite fast too. This word here. How to pronounce it? Imagine. Okay. You said more like imagine. Imagine. And this word is imagination. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. Describe a favorite place in your town where you like to go. Explain why you like that place.
I like it. I like eating tourist street on near Home Plus apartment. I can choose what I'm going to eat. So I like eating store treat. Uh, it's eating.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So that was yeah. It was okay. It was about the same time, but the answer was not as good. Okay. Home plus department.
Home plus
Department.
department
Store.
store.
You must have store. Department is an adjective. Okay. You can say like in your dad's business, this might be like personnel or like human resources department, finance department. Then it's a noun, but in your sentence you're using it like an adjective. So you have to have the word store. Okay. Home plus department store. Um, I would start your answer with like, I like a street near home plus department store. Okay. Did you say eating tourist street? Tourist?
No.
Eating what street? You said eating tour street? Tourist?
No.
One word you said I didn't understand.
Eating
Hmm?
street. Store street.
Eating store street? Oh, okay. Eating store.
Store street.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Eating store street. What's a better word than eating store?
Restaurant.
Yeah. It would be much better to say restaurant, okay?
Yes.
Eating store street is a little bit unclear. Unclear, okay? That's okay. That's okay. Restaurant. Restaurant. So restaurant. Next. We'll do this one. This is a very common question for this kind of test, okay? If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? Why? Any job in the world.
I want to get making figure job because can I can make my imagination and some novels didn't have any pictures, so I want to make book characters,
Mhm.
and I I like making something, so this job can good at me.
Good for me.
Good for me.
Good for me. Okay. Okay, your answer is really long. You can speak English for many minutes. It's okay. Okay. You say I want make figures job. I guess your meaning is artist. When we say for my job, I'm not gonna say like fixing people's English job. I'm gonna say English teacher.
English.
You know, because teacher is the name of the job. So you should use the word artist. Artist. So you're good at art? You must be good at art. So okay. So that kind of stuff is okay. The word make my imaginations is not very clear either. Make the things in my imagination. Like if I say I make my brain, what does it mean? Make my brain. But if you say, oh, I'm gonna make the things in my brain, you're making the things, not the brain. Okay. So it's okay. Novels. Novels. Good. Okay. It's a good answer. It's a really, really interesting answer. Okay. You know, it's okay. The first thing the people who give you the score for this one, what is the first thing they want to hear? They want to hear, do you understand the question? Okay, so the most important thing, you're going to get most of your points just if you understand the question. Okay, so for all of these, you've understood the question, so you get points for that. If your answer is fine, like, look, if the question is, what is your favorite sandwich? Okay, and then I say,
chicken.
no. If he says, what is your favorite sandwich? And then you say, the movie Titanic is excellent. Then they're going to be like, what? So that's a big mistake, right? So and it does happen. It does happen. But you're doing okay. You're doing okay. So you should be more confident. Okay, we'll do another one. Let's do a few more. My student hasn't come yet, so the next student is often late. So. Okay. Good. If you could live near a mountain or near the ocean, where do you want to live?
I want live near ocean.
The ocean.
The ocean because I live in Busan all my life. So and middle school student, when I was middle school student, week 2 weeks once I went mountain to walking. So I board on mountain and I like water and swimming. So I want to live live near the ocean.
Good, near the ocean. Okay. Okay, all your answers are the good length, like it's long enough and stuff like that. So, okay, so just small things, really just small grammar stuff. Okay. Maybe in the future I'm going to give you some grammar homework.
Okay.
Sorry to say, but it is helpful, especially your age. If you are, 6 years old, I would say no grammar homework. But for someone who's more than about 12 years old, studying grammar can help go faster, learn faster. Okay, mountain to walking. Go to mountain to walking. After the word to, it's going to be walk. Okay? And then you say, oh, now I'm bored to mountains. After the word bored, we don't say to. After the word bored, what do we say? With. I am bored. I am bored with this book. I am bored with my clothes. I'm bored with this city. Like it's with, okay? Some people, like in some places that use English, they'll say bored about. But usually most people say bored with. Okay, let's do this one. This is a little bit different, okay? Some high school students require. Do you know the word require? Some high schools require all students to wear a uniform to school. Other schools allow students to wear whatever they want. Which rule do you think is better? Why?
I think wearing uniform is better because student don't need to what I wearing tomorrow. So they all of students wear same. So didn't much money. Students can wear very fashionable, but some students can't wear good clothes. So I think
uniforms
is better. Wearing uniform is better.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Oh, you talked a long time. So okay. Yeah. If you do wearing uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
then that's your subject. That's your subject. Okay. And then we say is better.
It's better.
If you say this word uniforms, then you say are better.
Are better.
I think uniforms are better. I think wearing uniforms is better. This is the action, but they're both nouns, subjects. Okay, subjects. Okay. Last time I talked to you, 2 days ago, much money.
Much money.
Not common. Usually, your grammar is okay, but usually we say a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money. Okay. Good. I'm glad you used the word fashionable. It's a little bit higher vocabulary, so words like this help. But like I said before, don't go too slow. Don't go too slow trying to think of the word. But this was good. Now, students.
Students.
A couple times you said student. Student, don't, something like that. But you have to say students because students don't need to think what I wear tomorrow, that kind of stuff. What they need to wear tomorrow, stuff like that. So when you talk about sentences like, we don't say I like dog or I like a dog. We say I like dogs because dogs are cute, like this. Okay. I like to read book. No, I like to read books. I hate rude people, not I hate a rude person. So this is called talking in general.
General.
It means it's the opposite of specific.
Common.
Not common, but like wide. Not that book, all books, or many books or something like that. Not that dog, any dog. I like any dogs. I like children. It means that one, that one, that one, that one. Not like I like a child. Okay. So when you use words and you explain things, almost always we talk in general. So students wear uniforms like this. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Is this the hardest part? So okay. Let's just talk about homework then. You have this one for homework. I'll send you the video later today. You can watch it if you want. It's really, really long, but it might help. Do you want me to send it to you? Video? I'll turn it off anyways. It's too long.